And see, this is why I take it personally, right? Because we are June, July, 2 months after May 21st. And does anybody remember what happened in May of 2018? I want to marry you. 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 And like if you're homeless and on the street and sleeping under a bridge and you're like right downtown from the police station and you tried to file a police report and the police say, "Do you want me to take you in so you can get some counseling or some medication?" And you're like, "No, I want to file a police report and right now with me I got evidence on serious crime." Well, I'm sorry, if you don't want to go to the hospital, I can't help you. So you're on the street listening to, "I want to marry you. I want to marry you. I want to marry you," while some other guy's coming up and trying to get you to smoke crack with them, right? And the cops know this because they know when they can patrol, and when they can't patrol, then they know that there are people that congregate down there. And where else are you going to sleep when you just got kicked out of a shelter because you had evidence? What was the evidence in May of 2018 in Austin? You know what it had to do with? Why are you saying I got to get a TB test and the product information in the TB test isn't correlating with the product information available online, and the name of the company's got a completely different product line than the one you say you're passing out at this clinic where I'm required to get a TB test in order to sleep inside? By the way, I got evidence on serious crime that might impact you personally because it's supposed to be one of your colleagues, right? And then you want to say, "Well, I'm sorry, we can't help you if you don't want to go get medical treatment." Okay, so you're on the street listening to, "I want to marry you, I want to marry you, I want to marry you," and it hurts you, and you're like really freaked out because you're like, "Why would you want to marry a homeless woman on the street?" How many times? How many times did that happen? See, at the time they said 23. At the time they said 23. Now, right now, according to the Guardian Online, Israel retaliates after Iran fires 20 rockets. No, 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 no. At the time, it wasn't 20, right? At the time, it was 23. And so when you got jackasses doing shit like what just got set up, there are women all over the fucking world right now, right? Hearing, "I want to marry you, I want to marry you, I want to marry you," while some guy is actually literally getting fucking high. And what happens if she says, "Excuse me, I don't want to marry you"? Yeah, you know exactly what the fuck happens, right? And then what are you going to do? Are you going to give her some victim's assistance? Even if you're fucking constitutionally required to provide her with actual monetary assistance, including in the form of housing in her name, based upon your own fucking constitution, you're going to give it to her? I'm sorry, guys. You guys are 3 years overdue. You know what that means? Abandonment. And then you want to sign a bill about fentanyl? Those people didn't abandon their post in fucking Austin. The governor fucking abandoned the state of Texas, and you're still letting his ass squat there and sign in to affect some of the most heinous securities law directly and literally connected to acts of trying to traffic people for weapons deals. I mean, how much more evidence do you need? I'm not getting married, by the way. Whether they're coming from Iran or whether they're coming from India, I'm not fucking interested.